me show you the different ways of handling pension. So I have some payslips here, but currently I don't have any pension. So let me go and activate the pension pay type. So we come to folded. I look for pension. So this volded is for the employee deduction. So let me start by making it fixed, which I think is what you have currently. And then the employer deduction would sit under memo. That is this one. Let me make it fixed. And then you always want to make sure that the allowed portion, if it is in computed, it's best. If it is here as fixed, it means you have to calculate it and put it in. This is the tax allowable portion of the pension, currently at 20K. So let me close this so I can activate. So let me add for Jane a catch. Let's assume it's 10%. It's an easy calculation. So I come here, volded pension. So 10% will be 10K. And then Jane, the memo pension 10K. And I'm going to give John, let's give him his 100,000, and Lucy has his 50,000. I'm going to correct that, 100,000. And then they both need, John needs the voluntary folded pension 100, and Lucy folded will be 50. Okay. All right. So if I display, and that just to refresh it so that everybody's thing. So you have volded memo, volded memo, volded memo. Okay. For each of them. So if we process this, what will happen is the allowed portion will be calculated automatically. So if I display complete, you have the allowed pension here. So for the one with 10K, it's just 10K. For the one with anyone above 20K, you can see it's 17,840. Why? Because this has to be a maximum of 20K. So it takes the maximum possible allowable portion, because pension plus NSSF must not exceed 20,000, and it will be the same for the other guy, 20K max. So the pension allowable is only this portion. Okay, so that's scenario number 1. So let's do scenario number 2. So if we decide we want this to be calculated automatically, first thing you need to do is come to pay types, go back, get those pay types again. So this, instead of fixed, click computed. But these buttons and these buttons do the same thing. I just wanted the form to look balanced. So if I click computed, it moves from here to here, has computed there. We do the same with the memo. Computed. All right, there we are. And then we come, we add it in calc rules. No, not calc rules, in auto transactions. So we already have the 2 items here. Usually they are there by default. You only see them visible after they are made computed. Otherwise, these lines usually are blank. Okay, so what we want is to say 10%. We want this to be 10%. So, but we want a maximum of say 10% for the employer contribution. That's the maximum. But let's say the employees are allowed to contribute up to 15%, just for argument's sake. If you have a maximum amount, you can put it here. Otherwise, just have a big number like this. Now you must tick both. You can see this one is not ticked, so we tick that. So the first thing is we've created, this is the formula for how pension should be calculated. Take basic salary times 10% to give you your voluntary deduction pension, to give you your memo pension the same. That's just step 1. Step 2, you double click on this field for first this portion. Double click, it opens this. Make sure you're in the month you want. So like now we want to do for May. What you do is you click this add all employees. If it doesn't do anything, click it again. Yeah, so did you see what I did? So if it doesn't do anything, come here, select voluntary and click. It's a bug that's been there, but eventually you'll get there. Make sure you get all your employees. Make sure it's picked the default 10% and you've ticked. If somebody wants to contribute more, you would come here and change them. For example, let's say Lucy wanted to contribute 12. Let's say she wants to contribute 12. Okay, so we've changed Lucy to 12%. The second thing you want, come here, pick the memo. Excuse me. Pick the memo, click all employees. Sometimes it works the first time. And you, for the memo, which is the organization contribution, we want 10%. So just confirm, pick your this, folded, and pick this. Make sure you see what you want. Now, whenever you do in payslips copy previous month, because if you go to June, you'll see it's empty. When you do copy previous month in the payslips, this is one of the things that is copied to the next month. Okay, so let's go back there. So we come here. Now you see it's no longer visible pension because we changed it to computed. Remember, display complete payslips is what enables us to see the computed things. And because we've changed the pay type, now it's not visible. So let's leave it like that. So first let's process. So you'll see that Lucy's, which we set as 12%, will change. So let's find Lucy. Here's Lucy, her voluntary. Here's her voluntary, yes. Now instead of 50K, it's 60K because that's 12%. 12% of, where is her salary? Up here, of 500,000. But the others, it's 10%. This is John Brown, 100K, and the pension, the memo pension is sitting here. Okay, 10%. So everything is done properly, and you still have this bit, which is the allowed bit, being calculated. So that's how you do pension using auto transactions. Let me just go to June. So you would do copy previous month. You would say process. What has happened now is that several things have been brought forward. The rates were brought forward, and also the auto Txns. So if we go to, remember we didn't have June, but if we go to June now, you can see June is there. July is not there because we've processed. We've copied previous month and processed June. We're in June. If you open the full pay slips, you'll see your pension is there, your memo is there, and the allowed is there. Okay, this is the one with the low figure. So let's go back to May. So what do we do with pension? Pension reports sit here. You come down and institution reports, I think, institution returns. Okay, so you have pension. There is your pension contribution. This, you can send this now to your pension body, and you can do some other things. So if you want to send it to Excel, you can. I won't do it. And if you want to see the total contributions to date, you can see it. Oh no, this is contributions. Let's see, what is this? That's a different one. I think you can data for export May. There used to be, let's see, that's to export for 1 month. There's a report called contributions. pension total alias pension by employee this year. Okay, so this report shows you the total contributions for 2024. See, we've only done May and June, and you have total all years. So this will, all the years in the payroll will be listed in this report. So you have those reports. You have them under institutional and under payroll details. This I should probably move, but now you know what it is. So under payroll details, these two, and under institutional returns, you have all these. So that's pension for you. I don't think there's anything else you need to know about that.